out, freak out, freak out. Megawatt vs. the Vampires of the Sun is here. It's 48 pages of full-color glossy action for kids between the ages of 8 and 80. And just like the Macho Man's career, it can only get bigger and better with your support. Yeah, this campaign starts at 48 pages, but Megawatt vs. the Vampires of the Sun gets larger with more great fans like you backing. That's right, it takes you to make this comic book's page count grow until it's unstoppable. All the way to 80 pages of glow-in-the-dark vampiric insanity. Yeah, Hulk Hogan, did you hear that? And don't forget, there are surprises around every corner of this campaign, like trading cards, magnets, posters, and more. And for those of you who helped make Megawatt vs. the Vampires of the Sun a raging success by sharing this campaign with your friends, there are even more special treats waiting for you when the campaign closes. I'm talking about ultra-rare blank sketch covers for free and a whole lot more. And don't you worry, Mom and Dad. This is a spooky book safe for kids, but with a story that'll keep you guessing what happens next too. It's Megawatt vs. the Vampires of the Sun, Book 1, awaiting your approval on Indiegogo. Snap into that website. Ooh, yeah. Dig it!
Now, this little beauty I am really excited to talk about today here on Crypto Comics. This is Masks number 1, written by Chris Roberson, painted, completely painted from cover to cover by Alex Ross. And what Dynamite Comics has done here is really exciting. They've taken all of these masked legends of the 20s, 30s, and 40s, best known for radio serials. Some of them actually had television shows like the Green Hornet. And they put them all into one book. And it's good. It's solid. Like everything Alex Ross paints, this is solid. Now we're going to go through this gem right now. As you can see, Alex Ross does a lot of covers for Dynamite, or he did back then. This is from 2012, so we're going back a few years here. And immediately it starts with Kato and the Green Hornet fighting some criminals. Get him! Okay, you had your chance to do this the easy way. Now tell me what you know about Boss Rothko, and you might get something out of this. What the?
Those who commit evil should not profit in any way. The weed of crime bears bitter fruit, and the shadow ensures that crime must not pay.
This nut must be another of Rothko's heavies.
You mistake me.
Kia! Oof, and he just gently touches him in the stomach, or gives him a nut tap, maybe? I'm not sure.
My quarrel is not with you.
And Kato's out, down for the count. Oh, gotta just breathe, man. Breathe, wait for your testicles to drop back down. Listen, friend, you don't know who you're messing with. I'm getting out of here.
Arnold Purvis, you have spread nothing but discord, pain, and death in your miserable existence.
I'll kill you.
Your days of killing are over.
Come on, Kato. We can take this, Mook. Give me a moment.
These men could not have answered the questions that brought you here from Chicago, but the answers you seek about Rothko can be found in the Cobalt Club. There, a great many things unseen may be brought out of the shadows and into the light.
How does he do that? Impressive. Most impressive. I love this page. This is great. If you were lucky enough to have a father that had some of these old Shadow recordings and Green Hornet recordings on cassette, you got to actually hear some of this stuff. And if you ever got lucky enough to see the Green Hornet TV series, you recognize these faces. You know, I like the, we got the, this is definitely a solid Lamont Cranston for sure. Kind of has a Bogart vibe to him. Anyway, at the Cobalt Club.
Yes, Mr. Reid, we've been expecting you. Right this way.
Expecting me? Now that this Justice Party is in charge, who knows what Mayor Culkin's reforms, blah, blah, blah.
This is the gentleman about whom you spoke to me. Britt Reid, It's a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance. My name is Lamont Cranston.
And since he won't remember to introduce me, I'm Margot Lane. Charmed, I'm sure.
Cranston, Miss Lane, nice to meet you, but I'm a little confused. I only decided to visit this club today, and I don't recall ever hearing your name before. Let's say, Mr. Reid, that we have a friend in common, a certain shadowy gentleman.
Like, how would you not know? A giant nose. It's like not recognizing Superman as Clark Kent, right?
I see. Well, this is interesting.
Trust me, you don't know the half of it.
I must admit I was a little surprised to find such a colorful vigilante operating in New York. I would assume that he'd be out of a job, what with all of these ordinances your new mayor just passed. There is the law, Mr. Reid, and then there is justice.
Here we go again.
I've always believed they were one and the same, more or less. It's getting people to obey the law. That's the problem. No, they are not the same. The law is made by men, and like them, it can be corrupted. Justice is absolute and eternal. I'll be honest, I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Your friend in the hat told me I'd find the information I'm looking for here. But I can't see what a rough-cut Chi-Town mobster like Boss Rothko would be doing in a swanky place like this. Because the newly formed Justice Party counts a number of Cobalt Club regulars among its supporters, and your Mr. Rothko is one of the principal figures within the Justice Party.
Not that the rest of them are any better.
You can't be serious. Why would they want anything to do with a crook like Rothko? Would it surprise you to learn that Rothko is far from the only known criminal to join the Justice Party? One wonders just what brand of justice they intend to bring to the city.
Hey, you there. Come here. Me, officers? Yeah, you.
Where do you live, Beaner?
I just got to town. I came from California to find work as an illustrator. I was on my way to meet with a publisher and...
Transient, huh? Probably stole this off of somebody then.
I want to say that this actually looks like the giant villain in the movie The Rocketeer. If you know that movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about right there. There you see where Alex Ross gets his inspiration from. I was on my way to meet with a publisher and...
Transient, huh? Probably stole this off of somebody then.
No, please, that's my work.
So what do you figure?
Well, we are a little behind quota, but one more arrest and we can knock off for the day. All right, I'm placing you under arrest for violating the new vagrancy ordinances. What? Wait, I haven't done anything wrong.
Go ahead, resist arrest. I haven't had any fun all day.
Kato cracks his knuckles. He's getting peeved.
Not now, Kato. Not like this. The Green Hornet and his assistant might be able to operate outside the law, but Britt Reid and his valet have to stay on this side of the law.
Even if the law is unjust? Please, I don't understand.
Especially then. Based on what I've learned today, I'd guess that those two cops were criminals themselves just last week, until another crook gave them a badge.
If the law is unjust, Britt-san, then justice must be an outlaw. And here we see Rafael Vega has sketched this beautiful piece of art of the man they call Zorro. Oh, Bionic Man versus Bionic Woman.
The Spider versus the Empire State. The original 1938 Justice Party trilogy by Norvell Page. Only $16.99. FightTheEmpireState.com. AgeOfAces.net.
The March of Time. The state of New York has new leadership as the Justice Party sweeps recent city and state elections. This looks like Jimmy Carter. In Albany, newly elected Governor Whitting wastes no time after his inauguration, but immediately puts plans into motion. In a midnight session, Whitting's Justice Party allies in the State House pass a raft of new legislation. Chief among the new governor's reforms is the creation of a New York Bureau of Investigation, a law enforcement agency with far-reaching powers. Hundreds of new recruits are sworn in as agents of the Bureau in a public ceremony by Governor Whitting himself. Like paladins of old, this legion in black armor heralds a new day dawning for the state and a renewed emphasis on the rule of law. All right, check out this. It's the Black Brigade. It's the SS coming to New York. What the heck? That's the truth. I swear it. Thank you. And no further questions. Your Honor, permission to approach the bench.
Go ahead, Mr. Quinn.
Judge, this doesn't feel right to me.
Mr. Quinn, Tony, you know as well as I do that your responsibility as district attorney is to prosecute the law, not what you feel. And these new laws say that it's a crime to be on the streets with no income or fixed place of residence.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but I won't do it.
If you don't, I'll have to hold you in contempt of court.
For pointing out that the law is broken? For refusing to prosecute a kid who's guilty of nothing except being poor and brown? They grab him.
That's it. You're in contempt. Bailiffs, remove Mr. Quinn from the courtroom. Immediately.
What? This is wrong. Can't everyone see that? Where's the justice? Oh, they got the bullhorn out. There's some big trouble going on here downtown. Attention! A special relief tax has been levied by the state government. All citizens must pay immediately. What is this, some kind of joke? But I don't have money with me. I repeat, the special relief tax must be paid immediately, or else. Those who fail to pay will be detained. It's worse than we thought, Kato. This Justice Party is backed by every crooked businessman, dirty banker, and crime lord in the state. And that's not counting those like Rothko, who relocated to New York just to join up. But there is no justice here. These men who intimidate innocent civilians demand money. They act as if they were criminal enforcers. It is evil.
That is exactly what it is. Just because they hide behind the law doesn't make them any less evil than the criminals you might have faced in the past.
But what can we do about it? They have the law on their side.
Perhaps. But we serve something higher than the law. We serve justice.
Shadow is pissed.
So let us dispense some justice.
Kablam, kablam, bzzz. Your bullets cannot penetrate their armor. My stinger's not doing the trick either.
Then we must employ methods that will work.
Here comes this Gestapo cop about to crack the Green Hornet in the back of the head, and all of a sudden, ka-thunk. What? Men call me the Spider. It appears that you could use another set of hands. Uh-oh, the Spider's here. What?
Friend, I think we're going to need a lot more than that. To be continued.
And what's awesome about continuing this comic book, oh wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 variant covers. We have the Alex Ross one here. I like the Jay Lee one. I like the ultra rare hand-painted watercolor sketch cover by Alex Ross. All the rest I could do without, but they got to make that money by getting all the collector whales out there to spend a fortune on one comic book with a different cover, which irks me. It almost reminds me of like this comic book movement that was started under the guise of we're not going to have variant covers, but then of course they all have 4 or 6 variant covers, so whatever, right? It's just BS, But that's the point of this country, is to make money, right? It's unfortunate when people pretend they're virtuous and that they're gonna do right by their customers, and then they don't. They screw them, create subpar products. Not like this awesome comic book right here, Masks #1 from Dynamite Comics. This was a joy to go through with you guys today. I have the next 7 issues also. So I'm going to read those. And if this story continues to be as awesome as I expect it to be, I'll come back and talk about Masks again. I do know, unfortunately, Alex Ross just did the first issue cover to cover. He painted the whole first issue, but after this, they have a penciler come in and do his thing. So we're not going to get that same epic feel that you get when you open a comic book and you discover that it was painted by Alex Ross. I wish every comic could be painted by Alex Ross, at least ones that are written very well. That'd be really awesome. But they can't be because he's only one man, and we haven't developed the cloning technology to create more Alex Rosses. Honestly, I think we could just create his hand, maybe. Just a bunch of Alex Ross hands that are constantly painting beautiful imagery for all of us beautiful people in Webtown. So much like in the tradition of these 20s, 30s, and 40s comic book characters from radio serials, I have a comic book that's available right now on Indiegogo. It's called Megawatt versus the Vampires of the Sun. If you're looking for something fun to share with a young man in your life, but that will still keep you yourself entertained as an adult, check it out. Megawatt versus the Vampires of the Sun, now available on Indiegogo. Please like this video. Please subscribe. Hit that ding dong for notifications. And I will see you in the future, right here on Crypto Comics.